Hey guys, time to review Comedian number 2 for Watchmen. Now I was not one of the few people, but one of the people that really enjoyed the first issue of Comedian number 1. And I gave it a pretty high rating. I really liked it because it was a completely different take on the character. This is more the Comedian we're used to, and that kind of works and kind of doesn't for this issue. Because even though it's stuff that we haven't necessarily seen before, it is familiar stuff. So it's that same kind of territory that Watchmen kind of touched on, and we get more of it here, more in depth. But some of the dialogue just doesn't really do it for me. I really dug the art. The art's really cool throughout the entire book. That is a plus. But for the most part of it, I just really not bore. It wasn't boring. It felt just kind of blah, and it just kind of felt like territory we've seen before. Even though it's not the exact stuff we saw in Watchmen, it's still stuff we've seen before. The majority of this issue is a comedian in Vietnam, which we're very used to. But it's also seeing kind of how his feelings on Vietnam, where they come from a little bit, kind of how he got there, why he got there, his relationship with Kennedy more, and all kinds of stuff like that. Which it is interesting and cool to see, but sometimes it just kind of plays out very dull and not that exciting. Uh, that's really all I have to say about it. There's not too much more. There's no really just stick out scenes or anything. So it's kind of just, I hate to say it, but kind of just a okay issue. So for Comedian number 2, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. There are some cool moments in it, and if you're a fan of this character, I think you'll still like it. But if you're just reading it to try to add to the Watchmen universe or just trying to read all of it for Watchmen stuff, it's definitely not the best. Uh, yeah, that is kind of disappointing. So yeah, see you guys in another review.